Sometimes we only understand someone's real worth after we've already pushed them away. This is a story about a woman who believed she had control, until she saw the man she betrayed give his heart to another woman so effortlessly. I always assumed I'd be the one to walk away first. That's the unspoken truth I never shared with anyone. When I met Daniel, he was the kind of person who gave without holding back. His time, his care, his attention, all to make me feel cherished. And for a while I enjoyed it. But the more he gave, the more I took it for granted. I convinced myself I wanted something more thrilling, something that burned rather than warmed gently like Daniel's love. That's when Ryan appeared. He was the opposite of Daniel, exciting, bold, and made me feel alive in a way that felt intoxicating. What started as innocent flirting turned into late-night chats, hidden meetings, and eventually, a line I should have never crossed. I was unfaithful. I told myself it was a slip-up, that I'd stop and pretend it never happened. But I didn't stop. I kept seeing Ryan behind Daniel's back while he kept loving me with everything he had. I thought I was safe, that Daniel would never find out. I misjudged him and fate. The day everything came crashing down looked normal. Daniel walked in early, holding my favorite coffee and a bouquet. He smiled at me like I was his everything. I felt a flash of guilt but quickly buried it. That night, I noticed something in his expression. A quiet distance like he already knew. But he didn't say a word. No accusations, no tears. Just a slow retreat. Step by invisible step, he started pulling away, even as he stayed kind and attentive. At first I didn't see it. But then the little things changed. His texts came less often. He stopped asking about my day. Then one evening I saw him laughing with someone unfamiliar. Her name was Olivia. She worked at his office. They looked natural together, her touch on his arm, his gaze soft and full of light. It stung more than any angry words could. I told myself it was harmless, that he was just being nice. But deep down I knew. He was letting go, and he wasn't even trying. Things shifted at home. Daniel came home late more often, casually mentioning dinners with coworkers, sometimes Olivia. He didn't hide it. And that scared me most. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was just done. Quietly, calmly. He was offering someone else the love I had dismissed. That's when I broke. I ended things with Ryan, realizing how meaningless it had all been. I tried to win Daniel back. I cooked his favorite dishes, left notes, tried to talk. But he remained calm, polite, but distant, like I was someone he once knew. One night I finally asked, "Are you seeing someone?" He looked at me with steady eyes and said, "I don't owe you answers anymore." That hit harder than a scream. He didn't yell or blame. He simply removed me from his heart piece by piece. The next week I saw them at a cafe. I had gone hoping to bump into him. But there he was, leaning in toward Olivia, smiling the way he used to with me. I watched from outside, a stranger peering into a life I no longer belonged to. Every shared smile, every gentle look between them cut me deeply. I wanted to run in and tell her she had the man I broke. But I didn't have the right. The worst part wasn't losing Daniel. It was watching him give what I once had to someone new, so naturally. I believed I was irreplaceable. That arrogance was my downfall. Because Daniel didn't need to try to love Olivia. He just did. And that was the sharpest pain I could feel. I remember the night I finally told him everything. Every message, every moment with Ryan. I hoped my honesty would spark something. Rage, sadness, anything. But he just listened quietly, gave a small nod and said, "Thanks for finally being honest." Then he walked away. No slammed doors. No final words. A few days later, his side of the closet was empty. On the table he left a note. "I hope you find what you're searching for. But I can't be the one who suffers while you figure it out." I held that note for hours, sobbing until I could barely breathe. Months have passed. I heard he's officially with Olivia now. And I don't even hate her. She's kind, she treats him the way I should have. I see pictures of them smiling at festivals or strolling hand in hand, and it guts me. Because I finally understand. Daniel was always more than enough. I was the one who wasn't. If I could rewind time, I'd delete every message to Ryan, erase every betrayal, and cling to Daniel like he was everything. But life doesn't offer rewinds, only consequences. And mine is watching the man I shattered find peace and love with someone else. This story is a reminder. Once trust breaks, love doesn't always wait. And sometimes, the deepest revenge is simply moving on without a word.